Excuse me. Can I quit this podcast?
I told Eddie Murphy to stay in college so he'd have something to fall back on.
I did great advice.
You little son.
Here we are. We're back. Another.
I can't believe we got a brand new opening. When did you make that opening?
That's the opening we've had for 17 years.
No, it isn't.
Yes.
The whole Eddie Murphy
The
thing.
whole Eddie Murphy thing. You never heard it before?
No.
Stand-up memories. Peter Bales, Jackie the Joke
What's your
Man,
name?
Martling, Peter Bales. You are Jackie the Joke Man.
Am I in the right room?
You're in the right room. We are here.
I would just like to tell you people who I work with. There's a great book called Stand Up Guys by my good friend John DeBellis, who started out with Larry David and Reiser and Seinfeld and all those guys. And I love the book so much that I sent a copy to my partner and then spent the last 2 weeks thinking it got lost in the mail. And he just informed me that, yes, he did get it and he's enjoying it.
I am loving the book. John DeBellis, you can check out all of our shows on our website, standupmemories.com. And we've got a great show. Boy, we got to get to our guest. Are you kidding me?
All right.
What a
all right.
show we have coming up.
Why don't you get to it?
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest, actor, also comedian of major note. Let's welcome to Stand Up Memories, Dave Hawthorne.
Yes.
Dave Hawthorne, there he is.
Yes.
There he is.
Yes.
I almost said Ernest Hemingway. We all change in our appearance. A little bit like Ernest Hemingway.
I have no plans to shoot myself.
There he is.
Maybe after the show you will. This
No,
guy.
We get to ask. We've known Hawthorne 40 years or more. But there's so many things that I never asked him, and now we got him, cornered.
Yeah.
I thought we'd start at the beginning.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I do
Tell everybody who he is and what he does.
He's Dave Hawthorne, a comedian, a longtime comedian, actor, and immediately when I think of Dave Hawthorne, I think of a group I directed and he was in, and this man as an improvisational actor is unsurpassed. And I tell people that.
Well, look at him. He's pretending he's enjoying this.
Yeah. Are you guys talking?
And we go back to the Laughter Company here on Long Island with Rosie O'Donnell and Bob Nelson and Hal Spear and Jim Myers and the whole crew.
And before there was ever comedy, when we met, we were doing the barroom gigs and set up the amplifier and tell the people to please face the stage,
Now, I'll just hand off to Dave, but Dave started out in a threesome.
Ooh.
Yeah. And was doing comedy, mini sketches. It wasn't stand-up. You were not a stand-up yet, really.
No.
Tell us about
Well, that's what I want to ask. How did it was We the People or it was
We the People originally, yeah. Funny story about that is we were trying to think of names. We were thinking of names, and my pun, Al Finelli goes, why don't we just call ourselves Material? Because that's what we need.
Now you're starting out, and what year are we talking? And who are the two compatriots you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy Crystal, I don't know if you ever heard of him. And Al Finelli.
Now, were you guys in the same drama club or did you run into each other in the hall?
We met in college, actually. I was like playing all the leads in college, my first year, couple of years.
What college?
At Nassau Community College, oddly enough. But the opportunities there were amazing because we were connected with all these New York actors. And I worked with professional actors right from the beginning, like even Ray Milland, Tony Musante, Jason Miller. I was in an off-Broadway play because of that, the way the college was set up. We worked with Cafe La Mama with some of the top writers in the business and directors. So it was always connected to professional business right away.
Jason Miller, like the guy who wrote that championship season, that guy.
He was writing that play when I was working with him.
Wow.
Oh, you're the one who wrecked it.
Yeah, well, I told him it was good. But anyway, so Billy had transferred from another school in West Virginia to Nassau. He was going to go there for a year. And he came right in and went to the chairman of the department and said, I want to put on my own play, which was unheard of. He said, well, what do you mean? He goes, I can cast it. I can do it. Put on Fantastics, put himself in it, cast it. It was a total hit in the school. And I used to go and watch it every day, but it was in a smaller theater, the experimental theater.
Are you talking about the Fantastics, that play?
Yeah, that comedy,
wow.
that comedy musical. So I loved it. I watched it every night, and I thought he was really good. And then there was a cast party, and we met. And I said, he goes, oh, I know who you are. You're the actor, who's in all the play. I go, yeah. He goes, nice to meet you. I go, I have my own stand-up actor. And he goes, oh, yeah. He goes to me, do your act. So I go, okay. I do my whole act in front of him. He doesn't laugh. He just keeps on nodding. And he goes, I could work with you. So I go, I could work with you. He goes, because we both wanted to be comedians. So he goes, yeah, I have an idea. He goes, do Jack Kennedy. So I do my Kennedy impression. He goes, you do a better Jack Kennedy than I do. Okay, you do Jack Kennedy, I'll do Robert Kennedy, and all the people at the party will be different countries, and we'll field questions from them. So we do an improv with all the countries, and we're doing great. We're killing right from the beginning. So there's this huge, very fat girl, and Billy goes, okay, Europe, what do you have to say?
You remember that to this day.
I do, yeah.
Well, you're like 6'4" and he's 3'2".
I'll tell you something about that. I'm actually 6'3"3/4", and Billy is 5'3" 3/4". So I told him that. He goes, okay, from now on, I'm 5'4" and you're 6'4". He could literally stand under my arm. If I put my arm out straight, he could stand right there under my arm.
Which is terrific for comedy. That's Carl Reiner and Howie Morris. You know what I mean?
So where did you start breaking in these? Oh, look at that. There, look at that.
Now, why have you never shared that with us, Hawthorne?
Look at that.
Because I look gay in that picture.
I wasn't going to let you in on it, but that's terrific. We got to have a copy of that.
So
picture.
where did you go to break in the stuff? Oh, look at that.
To break in? Well, the thing is, Billy Crystal's whole family was in show business. His family owned the Commodore Record Shop.
Just such a famous place.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where was the Commodore Record
Across
Shop?
the street from the Empire State Building on 34th Street. And all the jazz musicians in the world hung out there, including Rosemary Clooney was there every day. And they all hung out. There was a picture in Billy's house of his father and his uncle standing in the middle of the store. And next to them on this side is Dizzy Gillespie, John Coltrane, everyone all the way around to Louis Armstrong, every famous jazz musician in the business in that picture.
Wow.
Every Sunday, because his uncle was vice president of Decca Records. He signed Sammy Davis. His picture is in Yes, I Can at the wedding. And so he had every connection in the business. But he also signed I think Bobby Darin too. But every Sunday, Louis Armstrong, when he was in town, would go to his uncle's house because he loved Jewish food. He was brought up by a Jewish family, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, little Louis. I remember reading about it.
Right? So he loved Jewish food. He would be at Billy's uncle's house on Sundays. And Billy goes to me, you want to go and meet Louis? I go, no. I was too intimidated. What am I going to say to Louis Armstrong? But anyway, he got us connected with Chubby Goldfarb, who was originally Joey Bishop's manager. And also he started out as Woody Herman's road manager. He handled Bob Ellison, who wrote the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Ron Clark, who worked with Mel Brooks. He handled mostly writers, but he would take us on because he was a friend of Billy's uncle. So he says, all right, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go and meet this guy, Bernie Travis, at the Champagne Gallery, and he's going to teach you everything about comedy.
Dave, I got to tell you that when I met you,
yeah,
maybe it was when me, you, and Woods started working together. but we were sitting somewhere and you took a pencil and paper and you drew a picture of Chubby Goldfarb. And I have like a little cartoon. He must have been an odd looking guy.
He looked like, the Monopoly guy.
Yes.
He had a big mustache. He was just a classic character. Whenever we would mention him, when we would get with the top, he got us with every top agency in the business. We would go there, and all the agents would come out to meet us. And one agent would go, "Tell him who your manager is." And we would go, "Chubby Goldfarb." And they would all go, "This is true. With respect. With respect." We didn't even know what that meant. We were like, "Why?"
So you guys had a manager right from when you started?
Immediately. This guy had such connections. After he sent us on the road, we had to go on the road. He wouldn't let us go to an audition until we did 2 years on the road, and we got booked immediately.
From the road meaning college to college. Small theater.
We worked 3 days at a college, switch and go to another college, go out for 3 months, come back, go out for another 3 months, come back, go out for another 3 months, for 2 years.
When you do 3 nights at the same college? 3 nights at the same college?
Right. So we had to keep changing our act. We were forced to.
And you were doing a lot of improv, doing a lot of improv and putting sketches.
We decided to create improv, or we do dubbing. We'd take a girl from the audience and then we dub her voice. So she became a lot easier to pick up because we're doing her voice.
So these are in Rathskellers or in auditorium?
It was created at the time called the Coffee House Circuit. This woman, Marilyn Lipsis, created this. What she would do is teach the people who ran the entertainment in the schools how to set up a coffee house. Put the stage here. You have to have lighting. You have to have a sound system, all the things that were required. And then they would have a showcase, and they bring all the colleges in, 50 colleges, 100 colleges. We do our act, and then they book from there. In just one showcase, we booked 200 colleges.
Jesus.
We were the top of the whole thing. There was no one doing what we were doing.
And people today would not believe that in those so-called coffee houses in the 70s, they had alcohol. They had bars functioning, most of them.
Sure.
A totally different.
Yeah, me and Bates, we were 2-man guitar. We used to play at the Rathskeller at CW Post.
Right.
And it was a bar.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So you guys went
in the village,
Post or around the country?
In the village, no, all up. First, our first tour was all of New England, all the New England colleges. Then we did the South. So we did the whole East Coast. We then did all Pennsylvania.
Is this boys? You're going to Worcester?
That was a separate gig. That was one of our first gigs. We were opening for a band called Daddy Warbucks. We only had a half hour of material, but we were booked to do 2 45-minute shows. So I said to Billy, I go, we'll just take off a half hour. We'll take 15 for this show and 15 for that show. We'll take the best bit, we'll put it first. The last bit, we'll put it last, and we'll improv in between. And we just improv our way to the ending. And we did it. We pulled it off. Amazing.
Only a half an hour, and you were booked.
Only a half hour of material, really. And
well, that I can see that being fun and you having fond memories of it. But there must have been tough times.
Oh, one time we're doing a bit, me and Billy, during that show, actually. And we're just running out of stuff. And he's a witch and I'm a frog and we're not getting anywhere. And it's like, but we're still going. Finally, we come up with an ending, we get out of it. My other partner is not coming in. He's not coming in to save the bit. I go over to him. He's standing on the side of the stage, smoking a cigarette. I go, Al, what are you doing? He goes, taking a break. I go, Al, you're on stage.
Oh, the video's back.
You need a break in that time?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
That's
I just really didn't want to hear that story.
Oh man.
So what I missed?
So it's 3 of you. It's 3 of you. How did the chemistry develop?
Yeah, how'd you pick up Al Finelli along the line?
We thought the same exact way. We had amazing timing, luckily, right from the beginning. Plus,
but how did Al become part of it? At that same party?
No, that was something I came up with later because Billy and I tried to be teams. I'd go to his house. He goes, we're going to meet every Saturday and we're going to try and work on an act. So he and I tried to work on an act. But when I got to his house, the Commodore record store had closed. So all the records from that store were in his house, in the sleeves, everything. So he says, well, what comedians do you like? I go, I like Jonathan Winters. He goes, which album? I go, I didn't even know we had albums.
Yeah.
5 albums of Jonathan Winters. And he'd play the albums and I would pick up and I would do those things. I learned from that. Then we listened to Mel Brooks. He had everything. We studied every album, every comedian. We studied it. But we couldn't work as a team. We couldn't figure out. We had the worst bit. This was our bit. It was so terrible. We had like it's just like a Henny Youngman joke or whatever. Take my wife, please. We gotta go. Henny Youngman, 1945. We both go. We go, that was the bit. Go, that's not going anywhere. So anyway,
That's really interesting. I'll tell you. Go ahead. I mean, you needed Larry Fine. It sounds like the two of you needed a Larry.
well, what it was is the Ace Trucking Company was the thing.
I remember.
Right? I saw them and I saw they were successful. And I said, we got to do it. We have to make a sketch group. We can't be just a team. We got to be a group.
There were like 5 of them, right?
Right. There was 5 of them. We ended up working with them years later. But anyway, but in our college, we had a summer stock theater. And every year, Billy and I would write a comedy review. So we were starting to write sketches. So at the end of all of that, we had like 4 or 5 sketches from that we had written. That was the beginning of our act. So I said, well, we need this other person to do this. And he was in our group, our acting group, this guy, Al Finelli, and he was a real character, funny looking guy, but not a writer or anything, but we knew how to use him. So he became a great foil for us. And that's what made a chemistry. Somehow that worked.
And this was before you went out on the road. This is.
Yeah. That's when we first got, we first worked in the Champagne Gallery. We went down there, worked with Bernie Travis. And we get there, Richard Lewis is there and Ed Bluestone.
And now, where is the Champagne Palace? Or
Champagne Gallery was like a little shitty club on McDougal Street.
Oh, in New York City.
Yeah, New York City. So we were sent there. So, and Bernie Travis was playing Dirty Mouth. He was playing Lenny in an off-Broadway show. He was a stand-up comedian. He was quite well known and very successful. And he was one of Chubby's clients. So he said, you're going to take care of these boys. You're going to teach them comedy. So how to do it. And he would watch our act and give us notes. So Richard Lewis sees us talking to Bernie and Ed Bluestone. They go, how come he's talking to you guys? We've been trying to get to talk to that guy every night. He won't talk to us. I go, well, he's with our manager. He's not going to talk to you guys. he's there for us. So, but anyway, we got, then we started doing, and it was so long ago.
Now, what year is that?
1969.
What?
Yeah.
Really? You're kidding.
No.
69?
Yeah.
We are back in.
We were on television in 1970 on the Mike Douglas show.
Really?
With Muhammad Ali.
That's way early. Man, I thought it was like 72 or something like that.
That was later. I actually went to the Improv when I was in college because our acting coach was a real Broadway actor, and he knew Bud Freeman. And he also knew Joe Allen, who that was where all the actors hung out. So we go see a Broadway show. He'd take us to Joe Allen's. We'd be there with some of the cast from the show we just saw. Then after that, at midnight, the Improv opened because it was only an after-hours bar. And we would go there, and people from my group, like singers, would get up and sing. He would get them on stage. So he got us into the Improv. Now, he didn't get us in there, but we got a chance to eventually. We were the first of our age group to be in the Improv. People we worked with were all in their 30s. We worked with Steve Landisberg, Ron Clark, David Brenner, Robert Klein, Lily Tomlin. These were the average people that were working there every night. Stiller and Mira, they were big fans of me. I met Ben Stiller when he was 8 years old. 2 o'clock in the morning. He's there with his mother and father. Ben's a big fan of yours. He wants to talk to you. He's got some suggestions. Suggestions for
So all these people you mentioned, they're all like roughly 5 years older than you guys. Like Klein, was he like 5 years old or?
No, like 10
years?
years.
Wow.
We were 20s. They were in their 30s.
Now we got to say to our younger viewers, and that's just the odds are that that's everybody.
Yeah.
Dave's talking about the original improv, the original club that started mostly as music and became more and more comedy. You know, this is where people
We were
went.
there before Richard Lewis or any of those guys. We're the
You were
first
there?
breakthrough. I was there the first night Andy Kaufman went on stage.
Ah,
He pulled up in a taxi cab with 2 conga drums and a record player. And we're all standing outside and we go, what the hell is this guy going to do? And it was amazing. It was great.
Andy Kaufman.
Wow.
Yeah, first night he ever went on stage.
Oh,
So you guys were going on the road for like a month at a time, or?
3 months at a time. 3
Wow.
months at a time. So that's why we were so strong. We could do our act in a boardroom for 3 people and kill. One time we did an audition in a motel room, literally, with the Buick dealer sitting on the bed. The tri-state Buick dealer sitting on the bed, and we're in the little hallway next to the bathroom doing our act. We killed. They gave us 5 Buick commercials that we got to write, star in, and direct. Unheard of. And there were no cars in the commercials. When we did that, the guy says those are the most innovative commercials we've ever seen.
Jesus.
Yeah. But we
No, I have. I don't know if it was a comedy album, but I have that.
yeah,
tape,
you have that one that we worked on for like a year.
and that was live at
Yeah,
National Community
live part
College.
of it. There's also studio part. Yeah. We couldn't sell it because we were a visual act. It wasn't really a good idea for us to do that.
There was a
But-
marijuana commercial.
Hmm?
There was
What?
a marijuana commercial. with
Yeah,
one of the
Yeah,
tracks.
we had the first marijuana commercial. That was already like probably 2 years before Cheech and Chong.
Now, did Billy do Howard Cosell
Yeah, he did that.
before we just came on the air?
I know you said something about that.
Yeah.
The girl that is in the next room, who's our next guest, says, I want you to meet someone. She brought in Howard Cosell's grandson 2 minutes ago.
Cool.
What's the odds?
what are the odds of that?
That's just crazy.
And what are the odds he'd be wearing the same toupee that Howard wore back in the 70s?
I could use that too. Yeah, well, Billy was the first one to do that. We did it at the sports dinner in the Waldorf Astoria. Where actually, this is true, Tony Bennett opened for us.
Wow.
Jesus.
Tony Bennett goes, we go backstage, they go, you guys are on next. We go, we don't know Tony Bennett's going to be there. We go back, they go, you're on. So we go backstage, Tony Bennett's standing there. He turns around, he goes, I'm just going to go out and sing San Francisco, and then you guys are on. The biggest song in the country.
Jesus.
This is quite a history lesson.
So was it fun most of the time?
Oh, always fun. Always. We were so successful. I'm not bragging, but we never had a bad show. We never had a bad audition. We got the Dick Cavett show, but I told you that story, right?
Something weird happened.
What happened?
This is a great story. It's a great story not to tell. And one time we told it one time. We were on a television show, and we told that story, and the guy goes, yeah. He goes, you see everybody here on this show? They all have that story. He goes, don't tell it anymore.
What hell?
I never did, but this is still funny. So Chubby was so cool. He knew everybody in the business. He goes, he doesn't tell us we're going to Dick Cavett. He goes, I want you guys to go down the street, go see a friend of mine, John Gilroy. Go right in his office and blow his balls off. John Gilroy is the producer of the Dick Cavett show. We know when we get there. We do our act in his office, just in front of him. And he goes, great, boys, you got the show. We're like, really? He goes, go talk to Lenny Friedlander. He's the talent coordinator. All right, I think we're going to make it into like 2 or 3 shots for you guys because you have great material. What do you want to do with the first one? All right, this. Okay, we're all set. We're going to do the show. Next day in the newspaper, We didn't even get a call from our manager. It says, trouble backstage at the Dick Cavett show. Lenny Friedlander is fired. From now on, no more comedians, only 45-minute interviews.
Timing. Oh, that's great.
We did other television shows after that. One time a guy booked us on a TV show. It was actually 2 specials. And he goes, you know what? I just realized I never saw you guys act. We were already on the show. He goes, come in this room and just do your act for me real quick. So it's a pool cover room. They make pool covers. There's no room. There's like 2 feet in front of us. He's standing right in front of us. We can't move this way or that way. We just stand, the 3 of us there, and we're doing our act like this. He goes, we get through it. He goes, great. That's perfect. You're still in the show.
So what name were you guys going under at that point?
We were still We the People. Most of the time we were We the People until MGM had a group called We the People, and they registered it. And there was a singing group. But we had ours registered with the county seat in Mineola.
On Long Island.
But We the People came under NASA for some reason, and they had it registered with NASA. And Chubby goes, we're not going to fight that. Let's just change the name. So we changed it to the name Billy wanted to use all the time from his uncle, called Three's Company. Then this is also 10 years before that TV show.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Now, how was Billy's uncle? Was he a great guy?
Oh yeah, real smooth, cool guy. And Billy's cousin, his son, was a guy named Lee Gabler. Okay, so anytime we had to make a move, he was a big agent at William Morris. Billy's mother would go, call Lee, see what he said. Should we go with this agent? Should we do this move? Whatever it was, call Lee. He'll tell you. Years later, I'm looking at Premiere Magazine. The top 100 people in show business. Number 3, Lee Gabler.
Oh, wow.
Everyone knows who that guy is.
That is something.
Now, I remember we did a roast for somebody, and it was your turn, and you got up and you just a cappella sang the song. And when you got done, you said that was written by Billy Crystal's father or his uncle or his grandfather.
Wrote the words, not the music. Love.
L is for the
for the way I look. Yeah, that one. He also wrote the words to Donka Shane, and he also produced Wayne Newton.
This is his uncle?
His uncle. Yeah, his uncle's won like 23 Grammy Awards.
And this is the guy that owned the record store.
With Billy's father, yeah. His father and his uncle produced the first jazz concerts on radio in New York City.
Jeez, yeah. I remember hearing Billy Crystal saying that he sat on what's the ridiculously great blues singer.
Yeah, Billie Holiday. I'll tell you this story.
Right,
This is an amazing story. So she was his babysitter. She would babysit when they would go to concerts, and they produced her. And, of course, she was Billie Holiday. So one time she takes him to see a movie. Shane, and he watched Shane with Billie Holiday. So at the end of the movie, it's come back, Shane, come back, right? She says to Billy, he ain't never coming back.
Goodbye. Oh, that's just too great.
So Billy was destined to be in show business. He was just destined.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Pushed in the right direction by his family.
Oh, absolutely.
How many years were you guys together doing this?
Well, we did the summer stock company for like 3 years. So then we probably were together for like 6 or 7 years. Doing the act.
Now, were you making good money or big money or okay?
There's always 3 guys, so it always gets split, And by the end of it, when we broke up, we made the most money we ever did, which was we got into we weren't even together anymore, but we got this offer to do the Oldsmobile show, which is like a Broadway show, and they paid us $5,000, and it starts off, and everything's first class, hotels and everything. It starts off in Detroit, and we rehearse there for a week, and we do one show in the Cobo Hall, believe it or not. Then we go to New York and played in the Americana Hotel there. And then we go to Atlanta, played the Hyatt there. Then we go to Dallas and played a big room there. And then we end up in Las Vegas.
Now, this wasn't a TV show. This is a traveling.
Live, like a Broadway show with singers, dancers, everything. And the girls in the show was the brothers and the sisters. And they were all the girls were like Miss Somebody from some city, the most gorgeous girls, right? So they're all sitting there. I go to Billy. I go, I'm going to go out with one of those girls because you're not even going to talk to him. I got up, walked through the whole group. So now I'm going down the line. They're all sitting there, and I got to choose one. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't know where to go. So I see this one. I go, I sit right down next to her and start talking to her. I end up going out with Miss Ohio 1972 for the whole tour. Gorgeous girl. And she actually.
When are you going to share this with us?
Miss
I've known you
Ohio.
for 40 years.
I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag.
It's very out of character, too, by the way.
That's a great story. Hey guys, what's happening? I can see we're at 30 minutes. I just wanted to let you know. I can see why you said we're probably gonna have to invite Dave back. He is full of amazing stories. That was just I'm sitting here laughing the whole time. But just so you know, I know Bobby's got some things going on at the studio and stuff. So
All right, so
This
we'll
voice-
do another 5 minutes and then
you got
we'll-
it. I'm
we'll
just
do
letting you
Dave
know.
again.
Perfect.
This,
All right.
this voice to our audience is our producer, Michael Zinn. He keeps us
What's
under
up, folks?
control.
Doing a remote produce today. I'm actually home doing remote production. So you guys behave yourselves, and
All
I'll
right.
give you guys a time
Thank
to wrap it up, and I'll see
Thank
you.
you.
I'll see you later.
This okay. As a professor, I'd like to sum up here. What Dave is giving us this incredible comedy history as these acts are transitioning from the early days of comedy, vaudeville, and it's a new age, it's a new wave, and it kind of started with Lenny Bruce and
I have
Dave
to interject right here.
was on that
I'm
wave.
sure there's X amount of people that are watching this that know Peter and they know me and they know we talk to a lot of our old friends. And I'm sure there's people going, where the answer is yes. Dave Hawthorne is the guy that went walrus, good to see you, nice to know you, walrus. And I'm sure there's people right now going, I thought I knew that guy, so I just thought I should throw that in. So I didn't mean to cut you off, although
but
I love cutting you off.
I know you do, and but Dave is the timing is perfect because he said we weren't even together, and then we did this last tour, and when you did break up, was it good? Was it bad? Was it harsh? Were there hard
Well,
feelings?
we never really expected to even stay together. We were just trying to get a break in the business, and then we were more successful than I ever thought we would be. So we were always looking for a chance to. We always wanted our own careers. I didn't even want to be a comedian. I wanted to be an actor. So at one point, we just realized that. Well, actually, Jack Rollins said to us, he goes,
Jack Rollins.
Jack Rollins was our manager and Buddy Morrow. Jack Rollins says, no more groups will make it in the business. And he was right, because it was too expensive. Like, we could have played Mr. Kelly's. They wanted us to work there, but there was no way to work there because it's 3 flights. It's a hotel. They only pay like, $500.
Right.
It was impossible. We should have done it because we would have met Tom Dreesen and Tim Rice, who had an actor.
Right,
and
right.
we probably hooked up with those guys, but we didn't do it. And another thing, we were like so big in the city that Julie Monks, who I don't know if you know, the upstairs at the downstairs or downstairs at the upstairs, these were 2 great clubs in the city where Joan Rivers started. So we were in this Broadway show called the first AFTRA showcase show, and we were a huge hit. And Julie Monks comes to us and goes, I want you in our club. We go, great. What do you pay? $250 a night. We're like, no. But see, we should have done that because the connections there were for the whole business, but we couldn't afford to do it,
So where did Billy go? After you guys stopped performing together, where did he go?
Actually, at the end of that tour, when we were in Las Vegas, he went right to California and auditioned for television shows. He already was hooking that up. And then I think he got a part on All in the Family with Rob Reiner, and that started him on a roll. And then he got soap after that.
Yep. And then the rest is history.
We got to cut this off,
Dave,
and call this Dave Hawthorne Part 1.
Part 1, the Wonder Years. And,
Oh yeah, I was just showing you this. This is my grandfather and his act. That was Hawthorne and Cook.
Oh man,
we got to have you back. You promise you come back on with us? We only scratched the surface.
Absolutely, for another $100, I'll do it.
You don't have to split it 3 ways.
All right, we got to do. I
Always
plug my show. I got a show Thursday night, January 22nd at Manhasset Cinemas, which is now a stand-up place.
Oh, cool.
And I've been working the North Shore in a long time. 8
Nice.
p.m. Thursday night, January 22nd. Please come out. Tickets are on jokeland.com. And Peter and I work together all the time. And
Am I? I'm not on this show. Am I?
no.
Oh, okay.
But tell them about the stupid
But go
college.
to the show anyway.
Tell them about your stupid college.
Comedy College. Only we call it Stand Up University. And we take new comedians, people who are starting out, or new comedians who want to punch up their material. And standupuniversity.com. It's right here on Long Island. Another plug. Listen, we're on a terrific network. Strong Island Television. We are at the Paradise Studios in Massapequa. State of the art, cool stuff.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable place to any video needs you have, a podcast or anything. Paradise Studios in Massapequa. And you know what?
And
a
these
pleasure.
are my nails that my sister's granddaughter Janie painted today. So if anybody caught a look at them, I don't want you to think anything weird.
It's good to see you. Nice to know you. Wow.
Wow.
And we have a lot more memories in the future to share with Dave Hawthorne, I can tell you. Dave, thank you, man. You're out in California.
Yeah, loving it. 70 degrees.
Is it really? You love it out there, right?
We'll do it again very soon. And Lenny Travis says hello. I just spoke to him.
Oh, cool. Cool. Tell him I said
Dave Hawthorne, thank you, man. You're the
Thank
best.
you, bud.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate
All right. Jackie the Joke
it.
Man.
Good job, Pete.
You know, these names that he's not dropping them. He lived it.
No, it's fantastic.
And younger
80% of what he just said, I had no idea of. It was always fill in the blanks with them. I didn't really
younger
know.
comics out there, watch this episode. Google some of these names; they're incredible. And one kind of obscure one shouldn't be. Ed Bluestone did the Tonight Show a bunch of times. Very funny, really funny comedian.
When I used to try and stick my nose in at Catch a Rising Star, he was one of those acts where when your number finally came up and you thought you were going to get on stage, he'd pop in and he'd do 40 minutes. And, you know.
My favorite line, Ed Bluestone, I'm a quadrisexual. I'll do anything with anybody for a quarter.
That is great.
Hey, we'll catch you next time
We'll be back.
on Stand Up Memories.